Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic / non-classic. This is episode number 420 and Doubleshot number 341. Okay, two books, one Marvel, one DC. First up, it's Captain America, Red Menace, the Ultimate Collection. Now, when I first heard this type of name, I'm like, okay, maybe there's maybe about 15 issues in here. No, there's only about 8 issues in this thing. It's basically the size of a trade you normally see nowadays. It only collects Captain America Volume 5, issues 15, 21, and Captain America's 60th Anniversary Special. This book picks up right where Winter Soldier leaves off, and it just basically just details exactly like I said, basically setting up the return of the Red Skull, Cap looking for Bucky after the events of Winter Soldier, and yeah, Crossbones does show up in like every single issue of this entire story. The story itself basically takes up 7 issues, but actually with the special, it's an 8-part story. Now, for some reason, I have no idea why Marvel did this for. They decided to have this split originally into 2 trades, just like they did with Winter Soldier. Unlike Winter Soldier, which that was 13 parts, this is only an 8-part story. It's actually quite shorter than that. Now, when I picked this up at Comic-Con, this only cost me about $8. Yeah, only $8 for a trade that's actually $20. Yeah, I am paying like $11 less than the actual original cover price for this thing, because well, I wanted to get another trade by I wanted to get another Captain America trade by Brubaker. But this is the second major story arc of his run for Captain America. Yeah. And like with Winter Soldier, this is split into 2 books. Why? No idea why. It just was. It's really bizarre, to say the least. Yeah. Of why in the world this was originally split into 2 trades, and now it's basically in 1 trade. The story is just really good. You also get appearances in here by Spitfire, who actually is still alive. The explanation of why she's still alive and why she's still young and smoking hot is because she got it's not explained here, but from what I know about it, she got blood transfusion from Jim Hammond, the android Human Torch. That's why she looks so young. And also, we also have the second, I think it's like, no, not second, more like the third Union Jack, who was actually a relative of the Union Jack who fought in World War II. Basically, it was his, I think it was his great uncle. Yeah. And the ending of this does lead into Civil War II. Not directly per se, but it's a nice, like, setup for it, because the next set of issues is the Civil War tie-in issues that Brubaker did. Yeah. But this is really good. Next story after this is the storyline that leads into Steve Rogers' the death of Captain America. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. This one's amazing. Okay. Next up is Supergirl, Volume 3, Ghost of Krypton. This book collects Supergirl, Volume 5, issues 23 to 33, and Action Comics number 850. The issue is basically a Supergirl issue that kind of leads into the next issue. It basically takes place between issues 22, 23, and 3 in here. Excuse me. Oh, I almost forgot. Who does the... basically, yeah, Brubaker does the writing in here with artwork. I forgot to mention this. Mike Perkins does basically issues... he does the artwork for issues 15, 27, and he does the epilogue artwork for the 6th Anniversary Special. Steve Eptig does issues 18 and 21. The artwork for the special mainly is done by Javier Puda and Marcos Martin, and the epilogue artwork was done by Perkins and Frank Dermata. Yep. Now this, of course, basically, now there's a few different writers in this one. Now, the writer for most of the issues in here is Kelly Pudick. Basically, some of his best known works is basically his brief run for Green Arrow, which basically introduced Connor Hawke and his like 3 or 4 year run on Batgirl. He basically is also the co-creator of the Cassandra Cain Batgirl. Kelly Pudick does issues 23 through 29 and 31 to 32. 30 is done by Will Pfeiffer, and 33 is done by James Petty. The artwork is done by Drew Johnson, who does it from issues 23 through 26. He co-does it with Rick Lenardi on issue 27. Ron Randall, and he starts doing work with Ron Randall for issues 28, 29, and Ron Randall takes over solo work for issue 30. 31 is done by Brad Walker, whose last known major work was he did Aquaman. And the last couple of issues in here are done by basically Ron Randall himself, basically who does the solo wise. Yeah. There's also there's an appearance in here by Resurrection Man. Basically, it's part of like the long-running storyline here of, well, basically Supergirl trying to save a little boy from brain cancer, and she thinks that Resurrection Man's powers might be able to help him. Turns out it doesn't work, and they just don't do anything with it. It just ends right there. Yeah, there's some time traveling in here. There's an appearance by Supergirl when apparently she's supposed to become Superwoman, though her costume looks very similar to that of when the actual Superwoman, who does show up in this series later on when Sterling Gay takes over the book. It's a similar looking costume to that, but not the same exact one. But the issues in here are really, really good. Let me show some artwork in here. Yeah, I think this is Ron Randall. Yeah, I think this is Ron Randall. Let me take a look at that. I believe this is, if I'm mistaken. Let's see. No, yeah, it's actually it's Drew Johnson. Yeah, this is Drew Johnson artwork. Yeah, this is Drew Johnson. Actually, this is actually pretty good artwork. I've got to admit, this is actually really good. It's not terrible per se. Let's take a look at Ron Randall. '06. I think that's Ron Randall. Yeah, it is. Well, yeah. Here's some Ron Randall artwork. This artwork is really good. Yes, I gotta admit, this is actually really dang good artwork. That's one thing. Oh yeah, basically with this book, basically also get appearances by the Smoking Hot Live Wire, a Superman villain. Basically, Supergirl fights a couple times in this volume, 2 or 3 times. We also get appearance by Batman. Ron Randall looks really good under Basically, Ron Randall does a really good job drawing Batman. He shows up a few times throughout this whole book. We also get appearance by the Forge of Solitude. Superman shows up in here several times throughout this whole book, along with the Green Lanterns. Excuse me. Here's what the costume looks like. I mean, the way the S is designed, it looks kind of similar to that of. Let me think. I think it was similar to how the costume looked when Paul Kupperberg, when he was doing Supergirl back in the 1980s. I wasn't reading the comics back then because, well, I wasn't born yet. I just remember from reading online and, of course, reading in trades like this. Yeah, it's a similar looking costume to that, but not the same exact one. Clayface shows up in here, a Batman villain, which is a bit unusual. Yeah, Clayface for some reason basically decided to fight other heroes for some reason. Like one point he was fighting Wonder Woman for some reason, and in this book he's fighting Supergirl for some reason. Yeah. But the issues in here are really, really good. I do recommend it basically people who are Supergirl fans. And this run actually is pretty good, despite what some people might say. I think this run is actually kind of bad. In my honest opinion, the issues in here are really good because Kelly Pudick is a really good writer. So I trust what he's doing. Wolf Pfeiffer is also a good writer despite Amazon's attack. James Petty, on the other hand, well, he's an okay writer when it comes to writing Supergirl. There's issues that he does later that are really bad toward the end of this run, but this is really good. Next after this, believe it or not, is a Sterling Gates run. A run that lasts for 2.5 years. And he does exactly 26 issues and 2 annuals. He does a lot for this book. Yep. I give this book a 9 out of 10. It's great. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is episode 421. And it's not going to be a double shot, surprisingly. It's just going to be one book. Okay? But until then, I will see you there.